Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is the Thaumaturge. So, last episode like a once great man said, I had a dream. Unfortunately, this one differed in that he spoke to his dead father. Right, that's her. Oh, we have to go talk to his sister. I knew it was a bad idea to eat that gummy.
Teodosia Majewska's bathhouse. WeArEuS speaking.
Trotsky, this is Pilavin.
I was waiting for your call, Commissioner.
Oh, him.
They released Kayetan in the morning. I thought you'd want to know. I cleared him of all the charges, but he doesn't really care.
How did the fisherman's, Clara's case end?
That's covered with investigative secrecy.
Right.
I see. And what about... Hello?
We should probably go and visit Kayetan in a little bit. First...
Look who's up. Sleeping Beauty. Have some coffee. In the morning, Grażynka brews it strong. Unless we're still arguing.
We weren't arguing, though. According to memory, he was, reasonably miffed that she was involved with... What's the guy's name? Nope, not remembering it. You know who I'm talking about. The bald guy with the... I'm trying to find a colorful collection of words to describe his face. With a face only a meatball could love.
Forgive me for yesterday. Warsaw was getting to me.
Yes, I know the feeling. And I don't want to quarrel with you either. We'd be better off focusing on the obstacles ahead of us. Maybe I'll talk to Konieczkin.
I suspect he'll offer us a deal with the devil.
For now, I'm just thinking out loud. I thought about what you were saying yesterday. Those strange phenomena related to the golem. Once, when I was taking a carriage to the store, the horse took fright. First it reared, then it started kicking, and after a moment it froze and dropped dead on the cobblestones. But it was already old. Could that have been the golem?
And we're missing out on all the good stuff.
That I don't know yet.
Does that mean we might be in danger?
Yeah.
I don't know how long it took the golem to reach Father. He only found me in Warsaw that one time. I don't know how he works.
I can't believe Father didn't know that either. There must be something in his office. Anything.
Maybe.
Is there any other way you could find out?
I had a dream about Father.
Me too. Right after he died. He was soothing me with my favorite lullaby.
Lucky
First
you.
he insulted me, and then blood poured down his face.
Very funny. Do you see him often in your dreams?
This was only the second time. I hope there will be more. It's been a long time since I was quarantined in the hospital. They're not ordinary dreams. They're very realistic visions. I talk to him, I ask questions, but I can't understand his answers.
Why don't we focus on real life?
Why would we want to go into the family store? I don't have any memory of anything relevant being there. Yeah, it's just a weird thing to ask.
Has anything been reported about Port Praga?
I've been keeping an eye out, but nothing yet. But Svetlana's disappearance won't go unnoticed for long. Hyenas like fresh corpses.
I know that you're still sorting through things there, but I really have to visit our store in Mirov.
I'm basically done, and I was planning to go there now after breakfast. Will you join me?
Pick one, now or after breakfast. I haven't eaten. That's why I'm sucking down these gummy sharks like they are, well, lifesavers.
I should look through all of Father's things in the store. Everything he left behind.
All right, let's go.
Not much has changed here.
Just the sign. Or maybe the owner.
That's right. Now it's your kingdom.
I don't think queens dig through columns of numbers, exotic names, addresses, and consignment notes.
Are you sure?
Or scold customers who don't know the difference between powdered skull and powdered mummy. Have you developed an interest in the family business?
Actually, what is the difference between mummy powder and skull powder?
Skull powder is powder from a skull. You use it to make an extract for apoplexy and bleeding. Thomas Willis, a pioneer of brain research, had a habit of adding it to his hot chocolate.
That is awful.
Powdered mummy is an oil. Egyptian mummies are covered in a dark substance that's a mixture of embalming fluids and organic fluids from the body of the deceased. This hardened human resin has to be scraped off the mummy and made into an oil. It helps with wounds, rashes, sore throats, and dizziness.
It sounds like that substance is bitumen. And there are easy ways of getting it than scraping mummies.
That might be. But our customers prefer scraped mummies. Unless you're considering diversifying our selection.
This conversation has convinced me even more that Father left the business in the right hands.
I have to take care of the inventory. Try not to make more of a mess than there already is.
No promises. I should probably try visiting the tailor. Didn't I pick up something that might be useful to him? Ah, in a world of sparklies, I am king. Register of goods. Most signatures are Mordechai's. A few are Father's, and the most recent ones are Lygia's. Her handwriting hasn't improved any. Mordechai's signatures are filled with emotions. The older ones sing of a happy life and satisfaction from a job well done. But a year ago, the song changed. It became filled with sorrow, hatred, and bitterness brought on by a friend's betrayal. Huh, imagine that. A golem, a figment from Jewish legend, has been sicked on. I could have sworn I had the guy's father's name a moment ago. Anyway, was sicked on his father and anyone related to him. Imagine that. Imagine that, Mordechai. Let's see. Mordechai's resignation letter. In a frigid tone, Mordecai resigns from work and asks Father not to contact him and to steer clear of Muro, where he intends to stay. Cold words hide a burning hatred and strong belief that the former friend, Stanislav Shulsky, is to blame for Abraham Horowitz's disappearance. He's a man from whom one should look away.
What is this?
The photograph, Victor. A marvelous invention. Father was very fond of them.
I meant what Father has on his face. That smile. I'm sure someone he disliked had just died.
Did you want something, or are you here to joke around?
When was this picture taken?
Who knows, a quarter century ago? We must not have even been 5. You two look more and more alike.
Don't scare me. The guy next to Father, that's Hayat, right?
Yes, he's just younger, Victor. That's how photographs work, you know. They stop time and place. I can also see here that they were friends. But a year ago, that ended and they stopped working together.
Yes, you mentioned it recently.
It's a shame Papa never said why.
Could Hayat have wanted our father to die? Could he have sent the golem after him?
I think you'll have to ask him. I heard that he bought out one of the 2 rundown laundries here in Mirov, not too far away. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm taking another look around.
But I really wasn't done yet.
Is that?
Yes. I'll take a quick look around.
Be careful. On my way.
Well, I am currently in an awkward position where I have a gummy shark in my mouth. And, ooh, I can just put it right here. Ta-da! Old clock. The clock has come to a standstill. Whoever winds it missed their moment. He winds up his favorite clock for the last time. The routine comes to an end, but isn't accompanied by the peace of impending retirement, but rather by the anger of someone leaving even though they don't want to. It was inevitable. Continuing to work with Shulsky is impossible, shameful. It's time to leave. Today. Let's make sure there's nothing left in the interaction with her.
I wanted to talk to you about a certain university.
What's this mysterious university?
I'm giving a lecture at the Flying University. It's a very informal educational initiative, not to say secret. And an important one, especially for women who can get an education from us, which they are legally prohibited from doing under the partition. I'd like you to come with me.
Okay.
Of course I will go. I would be honored.
No questions or bargaining? Who are you and what have you done to my brother?
If it's important to you, there's no need to persuade me.
The university is meeting in the antiquarian bookshop across the Green Square. Which brings us to the most important thing. Everyone brings something sweet, so I ordered some donuts from Mrs. Yagoda. The best ones. And the best donut is filled with
Something's telling me plum, but I have no idea what it is. So I don't really trust it. Rose jam seems faintly familiar, but that's it. Isn't Miss... I know we talked to... I'm pretty sure Miss Yagoda is the one we talked to a very long time ago. Back when we only had 2 salutors, I think. We've been really busy. And there's still another one out there. That's why we have to go talk to the guy that just got released from, I want to say captivity. I don't think he was actually in prison. He was probably more like in detention while waiting for whatever happened next.
With plum.
Now and ever and unto the ages of ages. Amen. Get those donuts, will you?
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look at me, remembering things, even though I don't remember what it is I remember. I only vaguely remember a reference to plum at some point in time. It's a shadow of a shadow. Ooh. Photograph. Jan Novaki, chairman of the Bridge Lovers Club. Right, so, right now, we're going to see how far we can get as far as the golem curse is concerned. Don't worry, I'm sure there are plenty of people in need of punching along the way. Sketch, a drawing showing a new type of telescope constructed by Mordechai Eisenbaum, accompanied by some technical notes. I need to catch the tram to where we're going. So first... Well, this just sounds fascinating. Huh. Oh, yeah, let's capture Marana. The only thing I hate about these particular gummy sharks is that they have a slightly minty aftertaste. Which is, oh, this way, right? I don't know if he'll be on the beach or at home, so... Wait, something new. Announcement. Every day at 12 p.m., the Association of English Sports invites everyone who is willing to learn a new team game. Why is there so much mud? Where's the police? Has the mud done something to you? Aside from existing? I mean, I get it. I'd have it arrested too if I were there, but I also wouldn't be, so...
Hello.
It's you.
Yeah.
How was jail?
A place like any other.
I helped Belevin find the real murderer. I mean, murderess.
He told me.
How does freedom feel?
Normal. The river giveth and the river taketh away.
Where are you hiding, my beautiful Kelpie? You rescued him when he wanted to end things, but you took advantage of his condition to feed on his flaw. I think it's time for him to be rid of you. The river giveth and the river taketh away.
I don't see a reason to spend any points. Okay. All four of them are acting this turn. Right now, I'm not too concerned about Morana. Moving toward the target, huh? Could kill you. Next turn, this guy is pretty much dead. Then we can swap to the Bukovac to actually finish him. Spread suffering to the other two, who will then be much easier to take down. So, right now, I'm going to eat the damage from the one person that's going to attack me. And do that to him. Then do this to you. I'm not a fan of these guys just walking up on me like this. Okay. Oh, we can basically just... That's his turn. She goes again. She'll tickle us again. We'll take that one. And then we've got two people. Yeah. We'll do it this way. It's fine. We don't even bleed. Might not kill him, and that is a concern. But we also might be able to just wipe this guy off the map, so... Gamble! That is unfortunate. But he's out. Old wound for you. A neck bite for you. Seasoning. I don't know why I just said seasoning. So we have two paths we can take here. We can go with the breakdown state, which will cause us to end up taking another shot just wherever. Or we can try to basically interrupt her turn back to back over and over again. The only problem with that is that we don't have very much time until the next wave appears, and that combo, one, has a, frankly, unpleasantly high frequency of not working at least the first time we try it, despite it being a 50-50 for each of them. Worse still, it doesn't do a lot of damage. I think we'll go with the breakdown state. I could have tried interrupting her turn as well, but I mean, I don't mind her chest humping at me, but it's kind of distracting. Also, the fact that she's looking up there at that bar is unnerving. I'm going to switch to the Oopier and get some healing, because I'm worth it. Oh, that's not great at all. Okay, we've got two planning to get closer. The woman in the back with the gun is going to be a problem. This is not great. Yeah, let's try and focus on this guy. He's got the lowest health, and the idea is to use the Bukovac to hopefully kill him and spread suffering to everyone else, making it that much easier to lower everyone else's focus. So that's Marana. The turn before the woman with the gun is Marana, so I don't need to worry about that. Probably. Nope, she's going to be using her turn to eat one of my focus, which isn't necessarily bad. problem here is I want to interrupt the woman that's going to shoot us, but I also need to do damage to this guy so that the Vukovac gets to kill him for certain. I could go with suffering, but that takes it off the table for the next turn, which is probably a much better choice. Then we can use the Lelek to avoid suffering the bleeding that they're going to try to inflict. We need to lower his health. Okay. Go here. The Vukovac is almost guaranteed to kill this guy. Huh. Ooh, that's not great. Wait. No, but I do need the Vukovac to actually be the one to do it. We kill the guy guaranteed, but I need the Vukovac to spread the suffering. Huh. So we have a bit of a problem here. Currently, if you didn't see it, we are slowed. This is bad because it makes every skill take one turn longer. We're going to take so much damage. I'm not entirely sure we can go. Oh, that's not great at all either. Well, crap. Crap. I have no cards to play here. If I use a skill, and I have to, if I use a skill, it doesn't go off until next round. When it goes off, I don't get another turn. I just get hit. This is not good. But we've got to do something. Come on. There we go. Well, this isn't great. We're still slow, too, so we are super dead. I just realized everyone else has the trait that blocks status effects. And because I failed to take that into account, much less even notice that it was a thing, we lose, because I don't know who afflicted me with this slow, but it is disgusting. Probably should have prioritized. If I had realized it, I would have probably prioritized getting rid of the slow instead, by swapping to the Lelik, having it do its thing while I used Victor to actually finish that other guy off. We definitely do not win this. Maybe I should have gone with that previous tactic and gotten two of them into breakdown. Well, like I said, with this slow, there's literally nothing I can do. The healing, the 19 health we've got coming from Oop here. Hold on, who is... Yeah, he's attacking... Yeah. guess we can try this. That's not what I wanted. Doesn't really matter, though. God, if we can get a slow, it's just a slow we can put on anything. That could be potentially game-changing. Because apparently that's disgustingly broken. I say broken, but it's just really strong. We've got 2 people and Marana. You and you. Well, that's fine. I didn't need to live anyway. Ten health and, well, 9 health in exchange for getting 2 people. Potentially getting 2 people out of here. I'll take it. This might actually be the better one. I'd love to see Velez just drop 75 damage on someone, but lowering her focus makes our future actions much easier. Assuming, well, he gets the focus reduction off regardless. So that's also good. Unfortunate. Also unfortunate. They both lived. How do we only do 11 damage? That's not right. Ah. Kids, don't forget to feed your Bukovac regularly. Okay, I need to start healing, though. So how do we go about doing this? Fortune smiled upon us today. Well, with that one anyway. Actually, I want to use, well, if I kill her, the Lelic can't remove my status effect. Oh, I don't have the healing status, the anti-heal status effect. Either way, she gets it coming and going. Same deal as last time. I did choose the one that removes status effects, right? Yeah, I had to have, because the other one is just a dumb choice. I don't know how this is going to work. Because that slow is freaking lethal, and I have no other way to remove it aside from the Lelek. I can't use items or anything like that. So we're literally just stuck here. But it has now been logged that Marana, on her first turn with the second wave, slows or applies slow, which is brutally disgusting. The problem here is that I can't take advantage of breakdown, because when this guy gets his turn, he gets his turn no matter what I do. Because when this guy gets his turn, he's just free from breakdown, which means concussion won't go off. I mean, I don't have a lot of other options, so we'll see. At the very least, he's no longer... Ugh. We're a little low on the red stuff here. No matter what, it won't kill this guy, but he dies the next chance I get. I'll just feed him to the Bukovac, but I need healing. And a lot of it. Well, we've already got this guy targeted. Actually, this guy will probably never see his turn because he's been afflicted with the slow. This is dumb. Going with the gamble on this is dumb. It's really dumb. But if this works and he manages to actually kill one of the other two, and assuming that Victor's next attack kills the guy he's targeting, we get another attack with Veles. At least I hope so. Hopefully we get another break. I have to see. I have to do this for science. Of course, it all depends on how it shakes out. If he, well, technically he doesn't have to kill someone. We just have to survive until we can act again. Not great, but for science. One. What is up with that? That should be doing so much more damage than it's doing. And he's gone. That should really be doing more damage. I don't need the suffering state. I just need the barrier, I guess we could call it. Alright. Here's hoping things work out in my favor again. I was not expecting her to put the slow back on me. I was really, really hoping that was the end of it. Well, frick. Well, this fight's doomed. I don't understand why Victor is hitting people for less he's supposed to be hitting with the breakdown attack. It's supposed to hit for 23 minimum. But for some reason it's being split up across 2 hits into 11 and 12, which is just weird. Well, no matter what we do here, we lose because it's slow. Otherwise, I could have just stalled until, frick, I don't know. Or at least until it stopped rolling in my favor. But with Marana and her goddamn slow, I just can't do anything. I just can't. Screw it. Alright, let's see. So Marana is on this line. Oh, there's the slow I was wondering about. Increases inflicted damage by 75%. That's a cost of 4, though. Huh. It depends on how much... It depends on how much it costs to slot this into a skill. But being able to slow that one woman at... I'd have to... See, the thing about slowing her is that I have to focus on her rather than the other guy. Damage catalyst. Okay. So I'm looking at icy armor because lowering all of the damage I take, well, it's only for one turn though. So that is important to notice. Body stiffening could be good. How does speed work on an action that goes off in that round? I just don't have any slots for anything. I mean, for this, I could get rid of suffering. Wait. No, this has the one that... Yeah, I can't even get rid of that. Bloody rejuvenation might be fine. But again, 3 out of the 4 people in the second wave have resistance to status effects. And it takes way too long to individually disable their traits. That's 4 rounds we just can't afford. Because we have to use the Lelic to block one of Morana's turns so I don't get slowed. But frankly, I think we have to use him to block every one of her turns so I don't get slowed. Getting slowed is a death sentence, so we have to prevent that. But I don't see how I can use any of the stuff I just unlocked. So, what if we do this? Replace that with damage catalyst. We don't have one for that. Sabotage requires 2, so I messed up there. You know what? That actually sounds disgusting. So, think about it. Assume I afflict an enemy with suffering. Then we hit them with quick attack in order to interrupt their planned action. Let's just say it's one person right now. Then, because they're afflicted with suffering, they then get a guaranteed interrupted turn, so they can't attack or do anything. And then we go back to interrupting that. Well, it's a 50% chance to interrupt their action, but it exists. We could also use the WeArEuS in order to boost our chances. And then when this comes around, we can use the WeArEuS to cast one of his longer actions. I say cast. I mean, it sounds good. What do we put on agony? Really? Just... I don't... Not really... Yeah, it doesn't even say... No, it's not going to work. Increase the damage I inflict. Now, increasing the damage they take could be good. And yes, I hear you. Third principle could be good for making Lelek more effective, but it costs 2, and there's nothing. We just don't have anywhere to put it. I mean, I guess we could get rid of this on distraction, but to be honest, for distraction, I'd much rather just... Do they recover right after you use the breakdown attack on them? Because if so, then ice on this doesn't really make sense. Perfect efficiency. I wonder. It's a reach. But I wonder, could you use perfect efficiency to guarantee Veles' attacks do the maximum damage they're supposed to for those that are damage focused? Because the ones that he has, especially his breakdown attack, they have really high maximum values. But the other one, the one I'm really thinking about, is a gamble. It has a 50% chance to just deal all the damage. Otherwise, it deals just the base damage. Weakening might not be too bad. It's probably not going to help, but we have to do something. Wouldn't it be utterly wild if I sick the Veles on that guy and he instead attacks this one? Kill her. She's out. And now he's doing 23s again. It is a strange world, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we can do this in a single turn. Okay. Let us stop for a second. Let us stop for a second and be honest with each other. Did you guys remember that Liberum Veto removes status effects from me? Because I sure as frick didn't. The only thing I remembered this for is removing focus. Well, excuse the frick out of me. I really, really wish they let us slot those passive skills on the freaking salutors. If you can, I have not been able to figure out how. Frankly, it'd be amazing, because there are too many passive skills and too few active skills that Victor can use. I've got 3 more to get, and then that's just it. Which isn't great. Feels terrible, frankly. Alright, buddy, no turn for you. We've had enough of your shenanigans. She's going to hump us with her chest. Yes, yes. Weird. How do we go about this? Keep in mind, we don't want to get hit by Marana's slow, because that screws us badly. So we need the Lelik, but she doesn't go until next turn. And if I use the Lelik how I want, we are not going to have a good time, because the only other option we have is spamming Deceptive Song. And he can spam it on this guy, and that's fine. He has to use it twice. And then he can help me kill this guy in the front. And then, in helping me kill that guy, presuming, of course, that he goes first, if he goes first, then we get the one focus removed from this guy, which puts him into breakdown state and cancels his turn. But we also have to keep an eye out on Marana, because she's going to be coming back with that god-awful slow. We've got to do it this way. It's not going to be fun, I'll tell you that. Go for that, and then on this guy, we do this to protect against Marana. Just want to check something really quickly. Okay, so it's whoever I select first gets to go first with their breakdown attack, which means birdies first. Because we want that extra focus taken off of this guy on the left here. And thus we also guarantee this guy dies. Jeez. You know what? No, Marana gets her turn. That's not good. I have to hope that's fatal. Ooh, I messed up. I should have used that on one of the other two. I really need him to restore. Hold on, he is going to. Yeah, I need that 30 that he can do. Badly. If it works, I'm pretty sure we win. Pretty sure. If it doesn't, we're going to have to work for that win. For now, no dice on the interrupt. But she only hit for 7. There's that. This is really all that we've got. Okay, we got 30. We're in a good spot. Not great, but it'll do. She's going to go for our focus this time, so we won't get hit with the slow on this turn for her, but it's not going to be a good time either. If we get rid of her, they lose a lot of their damage. Just don't hit me with this slow. Good, good. We like that. We'll actually swap out for the Lelik. Have him do that. And yeah. This reduced I'm pretty sure that this thing's base reduction is 2. So there's a 50% chance of lowering it and then just throwing this guy directly into breakdown. Which would be nice. Either way, we're alright. Didn't get the 4 I was hoping for, but it's fine, it's fine. Ah, we win. Pretty much guaranteed. We do this on her. Then we swap over to him, use this to block Mirana, and then steal the last focus he has. Jeez. We can get handsy later. Right now, I've got a brain to beat. Good Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it, but we had to work for that one.
Why am I doing this? What do I need you for? No, this is not true. Not true, not true, not true. I'm too close. I've dealt with better ones than you. You're mine.
What was that? What happened?
The river giveth and the river taketh away. But never again. The river no longer flows through you.
What? What do you mean?
I rid you of the salutor that was tormenting your mind.
I didn't ask you to. Is this why you were so bent on getting me out of jail?
A quarter of the reason, at the very least.
It was more about justice.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. And now what? Something flipped in my head? What should I do?
Whatever you like. It's all up to you now.
Okay. Now I would like to clean up. I need to air the place because it reeks. Worse than the cell.
Oh, good Lord. That was a fight. I did not expect it to be that rough. Rasputy boy, we need your help. I really wish he would run with some sense of urgency, given that he's got the ick for the umpteenth time. Fastest loading screen in the West. Also, I should probably go back to Povishla. Is that the place that we just left? Because remember, Lygia said there were whores hanging around outside of our house.
Hello.
I thought there'd be something to look at. Much ado about nothing.
Look who's talking.
Who are you? Last time, a different housekeeper came to greet me.
How about that? What? Don't you like us?
That remains to be seen. We haven't known one another long enough.
I have all I need to know who I'm dealing with.
This is Maria.
And this is Magdalena. We've all been waiting for you.
Look at you two, joined at the hip. Are you ever apart?
Rarely. We complete one another, not just in conversation.
Stop it. I'm sure he's not here to talk to us.
Then what do you want?
No, I really don't care who they are.
I've come to see Rasputin.
We know.
Well, my reasoning currently is much different
It
from
looks familiar, and yet different.
what you're expecting.
At last, the wait is over. Here he is. Sit down, Victor.
I sure as frick hope that there's not another salutor going to be surprising us anytime soon, because we are sort of broken right now.
I came because my head's hurting again.
I'll help you. I never turn you down. But first, take a seat and let me speak. Support the weak. Be patient towards all men. The moment has finally come. Here too is my loyal friend, Victor Scholsky. It's thanks to him that we are where we are. And we will be in the future, where we intend. My mind has long been flooded with bloody visions. In their scarlet color, the mists of the future are reflected. I see a great star falling to the blood-stained earth, and the force of its impact tears the roof from sacred temples, including the Orthodox Church of Saint Mary Magdalene, here in Praga. The earth swallows up the Iberian Gate. Kazan Cathedral stands underwater, and Notre Dame de Paris is consumed by fire. Our homeland will then be exhausted by an illness that has long eaten away at her. There's a feeble spark of hope for us. It still flickers, though it may soon go out.
No.
The heir to the throne, little Alexei Romanov, is ill.
What's troubling him?
Life is spilling out of him. The devil himself is tearing him apart from the inside, demanding blood.
Poor child.
But let's not be sad. This news is joyful, as a matter of fact. Because now we know where the source of the danger is, and I can help him. I will heal the heir, just as I healed Victor, though he was bereft of hope. Isn't that true, friend?
Look, however many times he may call me friend, whatever I may think of him calling me friend, one thing remains true. The man can get rid of some ick.
It's true.
I still remember your eyes, resigned, pleading, and then so grateful.
If that's how you saw it.
I've helped you. just as you've helped us all. Thank you, friend.
See, the thank you, friend part right there sounds like what you hear moments before that gunshot and in the darkness.
You can count on me.
Admirable loyalty. Impressive.
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. Healing the Tsarevich means healing something much greater. The future. A future where each of us will receive equality and respect, regardless of who we are. Free from the afflictions of the body and the soul. Living in health and its resulting ecstasy. Finally, in a future in which we can do anything, but don't have to do anything. Offering unhindered freedom. To the thaumaturge's health.
I'd rather not wake up to sights like that. My head's about to explode.
You didn't want Ligia to see you in such a state.
In that case, it could have been one of my best decisions.
Looking at the events of last night may be the only right one. Time to get up. Get yourself together, and we'll talk later.
Sleep is a waste of time.
Yes, especially when your head's a ticking time bomb and you've got things imprisoned in there.
There you are. Finally.
I'm curious about what happened, but I'm also afraid that if I do that, if I go with that option, I will be whisked off on a journey to who knows where, looking like this.
Listen, I really can't handle this anymore.
Well, I'm not going to refuse you. Her sadness, heartbreakingly cold.
How can we tame her?
Stop fighting her.
What?
There's no need to resist. Go to her. Let me soothe this melancholy. Let it engulf you.
Of course, it's the Kama Sutra. Really didn't get that much XP out of that, considering everything that's in that book. A cock and tail recipe. Don't hate that.
Do you have a moment?
For you, always.
Again, the concern of being whisked off onto a new leg of some adventure or other. Let's go with this other option.
This place looked different. The Nadarzinskis did too.
Everything is happening according to their will and with their blessing.
Something continues to elude you. Oh crap.
All these people, you've gathered a colorful group.
We all come from different environments, from different rungs on the ladder. And that's the most beautiful thing about this. What have you found out about them?
Enough about these people.
I'm at your service, Victor. Ask for what you want.
I'm going to go talk to people. Or, sniff their essence. A pipe. It's wooden, and looks like it gets a lot of use. It must belong to Lucian. Kayetan, yeah, Lucian. Smoking the pipe was accompanied by a series of persistent thoughts centered around a dominant one. This is wrong. The immorality of the householder's behavior is unacceptable to the smoker. It shouldn't be like this. Glass of wine. An empty glass of wine with lipstick on it. Strange desire lingered on the imprint of the woman's lips, something new as if born recently, unexpectedly. The heart freed itself from the fetters of morality and brought previously unknown joy to the body. Rasputin caused this. Incredible. An ashtray full of cigarette butts. One after another after another. The ashtray reveals that the smoker seeks a moment of solace in the ritual cigarette. But the solace does not come, so another cigarette is lit. Maybe this healer will actually help her. Maybe he will fulfill his promises and her life will finally improve. This trace belongs to Maria. Empty bottles of expensive liquors. One is put down, another is raised, another one down, another raised, until all were empty. By no means was that a sign that the party was over. Salt on the doorstep. Scattered on the doorstep as a protection against evil. A hand trembling in fright scattered salt in the hopes of warding off a devilish spirit. Salt was supposed to be good. It was supposed to chase away all evil, even in this form. Only the devil could stink like that. But salt is good. It will do well against him too. Ah, this is the maid salting the kitchen from Rasputin. That's his name. Don't wear it out. Broom. A wooden broom for everyday use. Each sweep of the broom brought words full of contempt to her lips. What kind of company is this? Mr. and Mrs. Nadarzinski. I just heard the guy pronounce it. Nadarzinski. That doesn't feel right. I think it's Nadarzinski. I really need to pay more attention. I've started associating with very strange people. To invite such guests is not proper, and this Shulsky fellow? Such a decent name, and he's no better than the others. Apron. A servant's stained apron. She sincerely enjoyed the work. The Narajinskis were good to her, but things couldn't continue like this. In the anger that permeates every fiber of her apron, one can sense an echo of longing for good, trouble-free times. For the times when he wasn't here. In the conclusion we draw regards a servant's worries. Everything indicates that the Narajinski's dutiful maid couldn't stand the presence of Rasputin or the guests he brought under the once respected roof, so she left their employ. She saw him as the devil and looked for a way to ward off the evil spirit, but was apparently unsuccessful. Let me out. Sofa. There are pillows scattered around the couch. A lot happened here. She was laughing out loud, trying to stop him from saying bawdy words, but he didn't stop. Instead, only making her laugh more and more and more, until the long-awaited satisfaction came. Ooh. Suitcase. It looks cheap. Whatever it holds, it isn't worth much. The modest possessions have the glow of hope around them. Hope for a change of fate that seems predetermined. He said he would take care of her, that she was important to him. All she gave him in return was her heart. A trace belonging to Magdalena. Snip, snap. Metal. A SARS medal. I wonder what it's doing here instead of being proudly pinned to a uniform. Unpinned from a uniform in the act of pledging allegiance to Rasputin. The hand that did it trembled, but that lasted only a fraction of a second. In the end, loyalty to Rasputin proved paramount. And the conclusion we receive regards a colorful group of cultists. Rasputin has gathered a very colorful group of people around him who don't seem to have much in common at first glance. They come from different social strata, have different personalities, and yet they share some kind of trust in Rasputin, or at least in his promises. Is this the beginning of a cult? Lucian seems to be the only one with a different opinion. An invitation to pray. I was hoping to be able to talk to Lucian, but maybe he's not here.
Do you have a moment?
I actually don't even know who it's supposed to be. Maybe it's the woman's husband? Probably not.
This place looked different.
Everything.
Not all of them are as favorable to you as your hosts. Their housekeeper quit.
Well, Jesus had opponents too.
And look how it worked out for him. You're aiming high.
The highest. Anything else you want to share?
All these people you've gathered.
What have you?
How did you manage to convince a Tsarist officer to come to you?
He came of his own accord, like all of you. Lazarev has great potential. He's exceptionally eager. He senses that his country is sick, and he'd like to solve the problem. Is there more you need to know?
Maria is calculated. She stays close because in you she sees a chance for a better life.
And what's wrong with that? I respect that. I don't demand that you all gaze upon me like a sacred icon. But loyalty? There are all sorts of ways a person can win that for themselves. Anything else?
Magdalena still hasn't rid herself of her youthful naivete. I think she's honestly fallen in love with you.
Are you surprised she has? Many a love has had such a beginning. She's a good girl. Let's not hold that against her.
Nope, I'm not even going to make that joke. It's a little too obvious, and I'm better than that. At times. Shut up. Don't judge me.
Agnella is unknowable, and Lucian isn't happy about the changes taking place in her.
Agnella has completely given up her lust for my sake. She'd rather just pray and pray. I respect that greatly, but I must share my time with others. Do you think that Lucian is jealous about the time his wife devotes to me?
It's possible.
Don't worry about it. Keep talking and asking.
Enough about these people.
I'm at your service, Victor. Ask for what you want.
This whole farce, the thank yous, what's it all for? What intentions do you have toward me?
Intentions that we become friends and help one another and complement one another. I have skills that you don't, and vice versa. I'm not hiding anything from you, Victor.
I'll leave you alone. I've got business to get back to.
Go in health, friend.
All right. First things first, now that we've done what can be done. Finishing argument inflicts damage. That is not great. It is yet another hour-long cast or action speed. That doesn't fit. Anyway, this is terrible. Just the worst. Unless this goes off. Nope, it can't because it's under plan, so it's going to be another slow action. That's the proper terminology here. A slow action. And I have nothing. Ice might not be bad on thoughtful development. Because at least it would get me to the next one for free, I think. No, it wouldn't. Because it doesn't... The slow doesn't take effect until their next turn. Or until the next time they select an action. That might work. But that's a lot of turns to devote to this. And then we get damage catalyst on this. That is just a lot of... I'm not a fan. I could get the guaranteed double damage from nervous doubling, but then I have to remember an entirely different condition. Oh, hold on, let's see. Yeah, there's no way I can add any of those effects to their... It's just... I wish you could. Because there are too many skills that you just can't use because they have too many slots and you have too few. There are too many of them and you have too few skills. It's not great, to be sure. Okay, so what's our next objective going to be? We could go after the golem, get that taken care of so Lygia's safe. I should probably visit the tailor. And the tailor is nearby, so that's fine. Well, no, he's not here. I thought we were at home. Whoops. It should be not... What? Moving pictures. I wonder if they'll ever completely replace traditional photographs. Nice. I'm a man who can appreciate a good sketch. The Gentleman, May issue. This season's true sensation is strong colors like dark red, deep indigo, and mustard yellow. They go exceptionally well with jacquard fabrics and intriguing patterns, like question marks, for example. Riddle me this. The authors also take a look at medieval and Renaissance inspirations in modern fashion. Fresh point. Well, we can check the map, I guess. There's one down below. Much like Cthulhu. Hold on. Note for the delivery boy. Give the cigars from the small box to the gentleman in the apartment on 4 Pavaskovska Street. That is disgusting. Give the cigars from the silver box to Mr. Vyachev personally. It's a special order. They're not cigars, they're sticks of dynamite. Anyway. Okay, yeah, I was right. Let's get all decked out in our Sunday best and...
Fate has brought us together again, Victor Shulsky.
Why do you bother King of the Tempermancers?
I learned from my mistakes, and now the time has come for me to reclaim the throne and the title that I deserve. Come on, I dare you.
Do you pester other thaumaturges too?
Of course not. The others are insignificant compared to you. I dare you.
All I wanted was to look pretty. Now I have to beat this guy in the face.
Right. To me, visitors. To me.
Oh, they are healthy boys, aren't they? Vulnerable to statuses. Let that go. Morena. Upir. Ukavok. He's the lowest. And he'll be the easiest to kill. Ooh, that doesn't make sense. That makes no sense at all. So, take a look at his action. Explosive shell, 3 to 4 damage. No big deal. It's weird that he's got a pistol that shoots explosive ammo, given how far back in time this is, but we're not going to question the guy who's aiming for the throne of King of the Temperomancers, okay? Now, second, let's take a look at the amount of focus damage this does. See that little number underneath the damage from this skill? It's weird because to me it looks like a 1. But, you know, then I look down at the bottom left of the screen and it's telling me that all my focus is going to go away. I'm not exactly fond of this picture that is being painted. Nevertheless, I mean, I know what's going on. These two idiots are going to hit me hard. But I can probably put a stop to that. For now, I'd like to get one of these guys off of... If we use Oop here... If we use the Oop here... This guy... probably dies next turn? At the very least, the Bukovac finishes what I started. Let's see how this plays out. Wouldn't it be a shame if you lost to this guy? You didn't lose, you just get up, and then he now has the title and everybody's pissed. Actually, I do want to use this on him, though. Come on, give me 4. Got him. I really wish you'd stop that. What do we do here? The only one we have that can kill. Hold on. We also have Morena. Marana, my mistake. Use the Salutor's strong attack on the enemy suffering from the breakdown state. This is the best choice. Winter Sleep. Oh. We have to do this, don't we? What does she do? Excuse me? No, this isn't her normal attack. This has to be because he's in breakdown. It's not? Why does she... Okay, see? Okay, I understand now. I understand. So, if you read the description for the skill, the price of peace inflicts damage equal to 8 times the enemy's missing focus, and then it restores all of the enemy's focus. That's pretty cool, especially for the enemies that have just a ton of it. And we've seen them before. It looks like the maximum amount of focus the enemy can have is about 4 more, so that's 9. It looks like the max they can have is 9. So 9 times 8 is 72. That's pretty much guaranteed kill on just about everything I've encountered. Using it on this guy is the best choice. But slowing everyone is tremendous. Then we have Pestilent Breath. Reduces focus, interrupts an enemy's planned action. Oh, that is really good. Then her other skill is in Death's Embrace. Reduces focus and slows the enemy's plan. Oh god, she slows on nearly everything she does, and I love it because the slow was freaking fatal. Granted. The only reason we actually beat her is because the Veles smiled upon us and healed us for 30 HP. That is what did it. Not us blocking Mirana's slow, because eventually that had to happen. I could only put that off for so long before I need to focus on the enemy. Needed to anyway. Well, we won, it's over, so no real point in looking back on it. How long does the slow last? I think this, even if I don't use this on this guy, I want to kill this guy because the other one only has 3 focus. He'll be a lot easier to deal with. We're killing him. She'll go first and slow everyone else. Then we'll pop this guy's brain out of his skull. Hopefully. I thought she was going to... He's done. I thought she was going to reach up that man's rectum and play him a song. Oh, hey, look, it's my turn again. That's pretty freaking neat. Oh, that is so good. Having 2 people in breakdown state, using Mirana to then slow everyone, so you basically, well, assuming that the other person who's been afflicted with breakdown has a long turn like this guy did. As you saw, whatever his action was, it was going to take 3 rounds. Well, we can check his action right now. That was going to take 3 rounds. I don't know if it'll take more than 3 rounds if he manages to survive what's about to happen to him. I pray. I almost wish that he would survive just so I could see. But I don't want to get hit anymore, so no. First we'll go with that. But he might kill him, so actually we'll hold off on that. Swap to her. Have her act first. That restores it. That's right, caress those cheeks. Not entirely sure how he's dying. I only saw her do 7 damage to him. She has to be doing multiple ticks of damage over the course of that skill, but I just don't see the other numbers. For this guy, I can actually do this, and then we can just start chewing away at his focus. I don't need the healing, so... Wait, this is the part... I don't remember the specifics of the perk that we put on this follow-up skill for this. I know it interrupts their actions, but I think they need to be in suffering. And he is, without question. I want to do it to him, so I think I will. This is going to... Oh, right, he has the trait. Let's get rid of that, otherwise this is going to get boring. We'll reduce his focus while removing his turn. Also his trait, by the way. That's gone too. So he basically just has a 67% chance of dying this turn. I like living in that world. But we can make it a guarantee. Hey, look, it didn't interrupt his turn. So we just kill him instead. Good Lord. She is gross.
There is no shame in losing to a better man.
I appreciate your
The way
candor.
tells me to find you again soon.
I will be ready, White Roman.
You will not know the day nor time. That is the creed of temperamancers.
Yes, just not here. My sister will kill me.
Stay well, until fate makes our paths cross again, king of the temperamancers.
I almost like that guy. Advertising brochure, men's fashion store. Recommends the finest frock coats, made according to the latest Paris designs. A brochure advertising frock coats from from M. Hassan's store. A perfect plan is forming in his head, and faith-filled thoughts whisper of success. This is it. He will buy himself a decent frock coat and pretend that he's wealthy before her parents. They won't know what a loser he is. Maybe after the wedding. Right, so we... What's this? Story from the Daily Courier. Dark shadow has been cast on the Imperial Hotel. A loud party was held there. Young people would revel into the night. Tragic events. Yeah, that's already been taken care of. Hold on, this involves the investigation as well. The police were called and immediately declared it an unfortunate accident. The investigation judge was Alexander Voronin. The deceased was known to be friends with his son, Pyotr, who was also present at the party. There are justified concerns that the investigation might not be impartial. I thought it would mention the the fact that we passed on a little bit of information. Hold on. Complaint. Ladies and gentlemen, your treatment of your customers is abysmal. As it turns out, some have more rights than others, and a regular customer counts for nothing. Every afternoon I come to inquire about the table by the window, and every day it is reserved for Mr. This mediocre writer for whom you are making such an effort arrives late every day. I demand that the best table in the patisserie be made available to guests who behave as better befits a socialite. Yours sincerely, Karen Maker? Ma chère. There's something else. A poem or / note in a satirical magazine. I paid a visit to Dr. Yasinski at Plebanska Street last night. How was it? First he gave me a pounding back massage, then he stretched out all my bones, and finally he set my vertebrae until they crunched. It hurt. It hurt at the time, but now I feel as good as new. Why do you need a doctor to do that? You've complained often enough that your wife gets angry and smacks you with a rolling pin. Yes, but Dr. Yasinski smacks me in silence. Okay. Page from Spike's magazine. A piece of paper cut from a magazine with a short pen-circled satire on Dr. Yasinski, a massage therapist well known across Warsaw, lives at Plebanska Street. The tailor. Tinker Tailor, give me some. List of errands. Collars, 3 pieces ink, chalk, a whole package. Deliver as soon as possible to Mr. WeArEuS. Nope, don't like it. Hold on. The sparkles call to me. Press adverts. For a house. A rolled up newspaper with an ad column visible on top. The Noteki house at 14 Erivanska Street has been put for sale and can be viewed on September 16th. Okay. We might be house hunting, boys. But for now, I really need to get to the tailor and end this video. Great. Challenge to a duel. Dear Mr. Wisaki, as I am a man of honor, I am forced to demand satisfaction for the insult you have committed. However, as I am also a man of forbearance, I make the following proposal. Let us resolve the conflict as befits gentlemen. Tomorrow at 6 in the bar La Fourchette. You best arm yourself with a good bat. Seconds will not be needed. Not sure. .r? Okay, never heard of that file type before. Ooh, crap, come on. A bill. List of products ordered from the store. Someone is preparing a lavish party at Prosna Street. A botanical handbook. How to care for exotic plants. There's a book plate on the first page. The owner of the handbook on how to care for orchids is Sophia Noteka. Oh, come on. Poster for the patisserie La Plume. We do need to go there for the donuts our sister ordered. Complaint to the watchman. We wanted to complain about the strange moaning that comes from the apartment 7 every day between 4 and 7 p.m. Please do something about it. Signed, the residents. Good Lord. That took so much longer than it should have.
Mr. Shulsky, I've got some fresh ideas for you. I see what it is you are getting at, but the collection still seems to have some missing pieces. Please, keep looking. We need bold concepts, unusual combinations. I'm counting on you. Meanwhile, I shall attend to my work. Please, excuse me.
Okay, we have some new
I won't bother
clothes.
you.
All right, let us get changed. Frankly, you know what? No, I don't think I will. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us, at least today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. It took a lot longer to get here than I had anticipated. I didn't expect new stuff to pop up here after I've already scoured the entire goddamn city for sparklies. The audacity of the devs to plant more. The nerve! And so I took the bait. Anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. The next episode will be on Friday, if I'm correct. If not, well, if you're subscribed, you'll know when it comes out, unless the subscriber box, inbox, whatever the menu is, doesn't work and the videos just don't show up there, because that's definitely a thing, and YouTube doesn't give a single frick about that. No. Oh, how could they? I mean, it's not like it's their fault their system isn't working properly. No. That's on us, the peons. Anyway, got a little distracted there, but I'm back. Again, you are looking forward to Friday for another episode. Assuming, of course, you're interested at all. I mean, it's not like we just got some shiny new clothes to try out. I mean, what can I say? I can't remember the goddamn word. What is it? The word clever came up, but that's not what I'm looking for. Crafty, that's the word. And so, I was hoping to call myself a crafty bastard and imply that I was using the clothes to lure you guys back, but I messed all of that up. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.